So I'm not even kind of exaggerating when I say I've been waiting for a good live action adaptation of this story for close to 8 years. So with this film being announced, it's an understatement to say I was excited. Ever since getting assigned this book freshman year of high school, I've always been interested in the story, but I can't lie, I don't have the attention span to read that whole ass book. Finally, with the release of the Odyssey, I got what I wanted. I mean, for being one of the earliest Greek epics, the story is simple but extremely solid. Basically, it's just about a man trying to return home after the Trojan War. The problem with that is it took him like 20 years to do that. And we get to see the big events that delayed this massive homecoming. I mean, we get to see the Trojan horse, we see a cyclops, we see a witch turn motherfuckers into pigs, just other monsters, and some really epic battles along the way. It's the writing decisions that turn this relatively simple homecoming story into one of the most well-known epics that stood the test of time. I mean, the characters are solid, but I wouldn't say they had a whole lot of depth to them. I mean, Odysseus is the goated war hero, Penelope is the sad widow, and Telemachus is just the kid that wants to know more about his father. Like, they feel more as just plot devices to tell this epic story rather than, I guess, relatable characters with a ton of depth to them. I mean, that isn't necessarily a complaint since it really is about the story and spectacle, but it's just something I noticed. I mean, a complaint I do have about this topic is for such a stacked cast, I really didn't notice any particularly standout performances. And by stacked cast, I mean this movie has fucking star power. Matt Damon, John Bernthal, Anne Hathaway, Tom Holland, Travis Scott. A trick to break the wall, destroy. Zendaya, Robert Pattinson, Charlize Theron, Benny Safdie, Mia Goth, John Leguizamo. Just all incredible stars, but not a whole lot of crazy scenes to work with acting-wise. Oh, and when I saw both actors for Alpha and Beta from The Walking Dead, I was probably the most hyped person in the theater. Bit of a fan. I mean, I did like the bond between Odysseus and... How the fuck do you pronounce that name? Eurylochus? Eurylochus. I mean, I did like the bond between Odysseus and Eurylochus, and the fallout of their relationship really hits hard when you see all these scenes with them just dead being boys. Also, I'm not seeing a lot of people saying this. I actually think Tom Holland was the best in his role. I think he killed his scenes and you really felt the emotion behind a lot of them. Now, to nobody's surprise, and the main reason why I was so hyped Nolan was directing this, is this film is fucking beautiful. God, the sets and the costumes alone just really make you feel like you're watching an ancient Greek battle. And it's just as dope as you would think. The way scenes are lit by fire or sunrise, it just looks so fucking cool. And the scenes on the water, especially during the storms, they were great and you really just feel like you're there with them. Now, I was watching the film and there were these scenes like with the Cyclops and with the pigs I mentioned before. I was sitting in the theater and I'm like, oh my God, did Nolan... He really broke his CGI rule with this one. I mean, I couldn't imagine how that could ever be done practically. Like, when you see these scenes, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Later, I find out that those are all practical effects. He did the pigs with robots. He did the Cyclops with puppets. It's kind of crazy that the only thing he really needed to CGI was the fucking whirlpool. I mean, honestly, my only standout problem, and a lot of other people didn't really have this problem, was I just thought the pacing was a bit slow. Like, I'm not the type of guy that needs action every second, but especially the last third between when Odysseus actually returns home and before that final battle, it just had me wondering how much longer this movie was going to be. I don't know. I got kind of tired of the crew just rolling up to an island, something fucked happening, and all of them being like, get back to the boat, we're gonna die, holy shit. But on the other hand, they do a great job at making each event and like battle just feel big in scale. I mean, to balance out with that complaint, however, I mean, the themes of this film are something I didn't think were too strong at first, but after really thinking about it, I mean, this handles a lot, but very well. Things like fate versus free will, loyalty, being a good leader and father, identity, and obviously just homecoming in general. All of that ended up resonating with me after just sitting on it for a bit. I mean, I'm personally not the best at thematic analysis, so I won't even try to tackle this beast right now, but I'm very able to recognize that it was great. Along with that, the ending battle was just really fucking cool, and it just shows off the aura that Odysseus has. I love how his son was able to help him win by killing the guy that was dropping weapons through the ceiling. I loved how at the end he was completely at peace with the decision he made. His fate's been sealed and he's okay with that. His son ends up staying home, becomes king, and Odysseus sails away with his wife to honor his men. I mean, that's a pretty solid way to come home if I do say so myself. God, my only problem is while I was watching this film, every other scene, I'm using the fucking SpongeBob movie as a frame of reference. Goated movie, though.
So yeah, I'm a kid, and I'm also a goofball, and a wingnut, and a knucklehead McSpagatron!
What's going on here?
But most of all, I'm...
Hey, settle down.
I'm...
Take it easy.
I'm...
What the scallop?
I'm a goofy goober! You're a goofy goober! We're all goofy goobers! Goofy, goofy, goober, goober!